Hey everyone, it's Normal Guy of the North here, and today we've got a serious update from the world of game development, and one that could change the future of World of Warships and World of Tanks in Russia as we know it. We're talking about Lesta Games. The studio once tightly partnered with Wargaming, now facing asset seizures, extremist charges, mass resignation, and potentially the end of the company itself. So here's the situation. The Russian Prosecutor General's office, that's in Moscow, has accused Lesta CEO Malik, I'm not going to try to butcher his last name, sorry, and even Wargaming founder Viktor Kisley of extremist activities. The basis of these charges led support for Ukraine during the ongoing war. That includes charitable contributions and in-game content updates the Russian authorities claim directly in benefit of the Ukraine armed forces. In response, the government, Russia, has moved to seize the assets of three major entities under Lesta's umbrella: LLC Lesta, LLC Lesta Games Moscow, and LLC Lesta Games Agency, with the intent to actually nationalize them. A preliminary hearing was held on May 15, 2025, in the Tanatsky, so I might be saying that wrong, District Court in Moscow. The defense requested a public trial, but the court denied it, citing sensitivity of the charges. Right. The main hearing is now scheduled for May 27th. That's tomorrow. And here's the kicker. The legal team says there hasn't been anywhere near enough time to properly prepare a defense. That's raising serious concerns about the fairness of this entire process, and does put in question that the Russian government is going to seize Lesta Studios. And things are unraveling quickly behind the scenes. Since mid-April, over 200 key specialists have reportedly resigned from Lesta Games. That's not rumor, that's now been confirmed. To put in context, Lesta employs roughly, it's been said, 1,500 to 2,200 employees across St. Petersburg, Moscow, Minsk, and Tashkent. But some industry insiders warn that if the court rules against Lesta, up to half the workforce may just walk out. That kind of talent drain, it would be devastating. Games like World of Warships, Legends, or the CIS version of World of Tanks would just take a massive quality hit, or just grind to a halt entirely. But not everyone is staying silent. A coalition of Russian IT associations has formally appealed to President Vladimir Putin to protect Lesta Games from forced nationalization. I'm pretty sure that's what he wants. Their message is clear. This case threatens private property rights, investor trust, and the entire Russian tech sector. If one company can be seized without due process, what's to stop the same thing from happening to, everyone else? Well, I'm pretty sure that's what he wants to do. And remember, Lesta Studios made something like 93 billion rubles last year. That could buy a lot of bullets, if you know what I mean. So where does this leave Lesta? Well, if a trial on May 27th ends in a full conviction and the state takes over the company, this actually could spell at the end of Lesta Studios as we know it today. Even if operations continue under state ownership, the mass resignations, legal cloud, and total loss of trust would most likely cripple development. We're not just talking about a scandal, we might be witnessing a slow death of a major studio. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is this political fallout gone too far? Will games like World of Warships and World of Tanks in Russia survive without Lesta at the helm? If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you don't miss any more updates of the story. But as always, take care, stay safe, wish you all the best. Bye for now.